I'm putting my extremely profoundly disabled 7-year-old into a residential facility. So I can forget he exists. I'm not sorry. I can't tell anyone this. Not a single person. Not even my therapist. You can lambaste me if you want. And maybe I even deserve it. But I only ask one thing. I only ask what you would do if you were in my situation. Not what you think people should do. Not the answer that sounds right. What you would really do. If this were your life. If this were your every single day. I am a single mom. I have 2 boys. A 12-year-old and a 7-year-old. My husband passed away 3 years ago. It was a work accident, that's the official story. But a very large portion of me believes it was a suicide. I cannot see him ever making the mistake he made. The mistake that caused his death. I knew this man. I knew how he thought, how careful he was, how deliberate. And he had taken an action just before, an action that made sure his coworkers weren't in the room. He made sure they were safe first. I fully believe he live himself because of our younger son. No one will ever change my mind. When I was pregnant, we were told he would have Down syndrome. And we could handle that. Even if it was severe, we could handle it. We were ready. We were going to love that child no matter what. But it turned out he doesn't have Down syndrome. He has a chromosome deletion. His disorder is rare enough that I won't say which one, because I can't. But what I can tell you is what it means. It means he will never be anything more than he is right now. He will never be more than he has ever been. And what he is nothing. He doesn't appear to have any awareness. He never has. His eyes are locked in one position. He doesn't respond to noise. He doesn't respond to touch. He doesn't respond to pain. He is total care. He is capable of nothing. He is tube-fed. He is on oxygen. He is in diapers and he will be forever. He makes no sounds. No attempts to communicate. He never even really cried as a baby. He has never made a single attempt to interact with anyone. Not with me. Not with his brother. Not with his environment. Not once. Not ever. In 7 years. I am not upset because I got a special needs child. I am not upset because he is imperfect. I want to be very clear about that. I feel the way I feel because this thing takes up 200% of my time. And does nothing. I didn't get an imperfect child. I didn't get a child. Not really. He is medically fragile on top of everything else. Respiratory crises. Fecal impactions, because his autonomic nervous system doesn't function the way it should. Problems with his G-tube. Infections. Pressure sores, no matter what we put him on, no matter how we position him, no matter what we try. We do have a visiting home nurse, but only 20 hours a week. We aren't eligible for more. I was starting law school. I gave up my dreams. I gave up my plan. For my children, yes, but this is what I got. I gave it all up for a potato. My older son has suffered because of this. Because his non-existent brother has colored everything in his life. His medical care has been delayed because there is only one of me, and his brother is always more critical. He can't do the things he wants to do. Sports. Friends over. Normal things. A normal life. And then I heard a sound. I went into the younger one's room to check. I thought he had forgotten how to breathe again, the way he does, and instead I found my older son. He was hitting him. And he was screaming. He was screaming.
You're why I don't have a mother! You're why I don't have a father! You're why I can't have friends over! You're why I can't be in sports! I didn't ask for you! And I hope you unalive yourself!
And instead of being horrified, I watched. And my younger son just did not react. No signs of pain. No signs of fear. No signs of being upset. No reaction at all. Nothing. He just lay there the way he always lies there. The way he has always lain there. He breathes. But he is not alive. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who his brother is. He has no sense of self. No life experience. No awareness of his surroundings. None. He has never had any. He doesn't need to be in my home. He doesn't know where he is. He doesn't care where he is. He is genetically my son, but he is not my family. My previously abused, brain-damaged cat, who can't even walk straight, has more personality than my child. Is more lovable than my child. I was actually looking forward to raising a Down syndrome baby. Even one with severe impairments. Because with disability can come gifts. I was ready for that. This boy is not a gift. He is a genetic mistake. I probably should have miscarried. I would have absolutely terminated if I had known he would be like this. And the other side of it, the part that haunts me, is that if he does have awareness, he is miserable. And there is nothing I can do. If he has likes and dislikes, no one knows what they are. If he is in pain, he cannot tell anyone. If he wants something, anything, he cannot communicate it. He has had every imaginable therapy. Every single one. Nothing has made a difference. Nothing has ever made a difference. And so he is leaving our home on the 29th. I feel excited. I feel relieved. And then I feel guilty, because I already know, that we will be happier with him gone. That is the truth. That is my truth. He has already taken my husband. He was the reason my husband worked so much overtime. So much. Not for vacations. Not for extras. For the cucumbers care. For the experimental therapies that insurance wouldn't cover. Because this one, we kept telling ourselves, this one is going to be the breakthrough. My husband was tired. He was defeated. He was so deeply disappointed. He sought counseling too. He tried. But I don't think he could ever say the words out loud either. I don't think he could ever say, I don't want my son in my home. Because saying it out loud makes it real. And it has ruined my older son. I was so wrapped up in the younger that I never saw how ignored my older boy was becoming. How damaged. He lost his father too. This isn't just my loss. He lost his father and then slowly, quietly, he lost his mother too. I was there but I wasn't there. He is my priority now. He should have been my priority all along. And this malignant lump can be someone else's problem now. At least they'll be paid a wage to care for him. At least they'll get to go home when their shift ends. At least they'll get a break. I just want to never think of him again. I am not sorry. And for that, I'm sorry.